stations are tuned into.
You're listening to Business Talk Radio, where we take business to the next level.
Today's show is sponsored by Dr. Jacalyn. Take charge of your life personally, financially, and professionally. Visit drjacalyn.com to book an appointment today.
Hello and welcome to Rapping with Dr. Jacalyn, live here on Business Talk Radio and social media. It is the variety show. I am your host and executive producer, Dr. Jacalyn Interviews, and I am a certified life and career coach. And to join me today for this monumental occasion when we have Reid Umstattd here performing with us is Diane Floyd Fame. Hi, Diane.
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm so excited about today.
I'm so excited too. Diane is an internationally published children's book author, and she is the queen of storytelling. And she's actually probably the nicest person I've ever met, with an incredible heart. Thank you for being here, Diane. And we have Reid Umstattd with us here, and he wouldn't be here if it weren't for you. So
I feel so lucky that his wife I know, and that's how I learned about this amazing singer and performer.
So he lives in the same state as you, is that right?
Yes, Texas.
Yes. Texas! Yay, we
and
love
in
Texas.
Austin.
So Reid was actually on season 14 of The Voice on NBC. He was on Adam Levine's team, and I think he did something called the blindfolded audition, which I remember watching. And he's got an incredible voice. He's got a new single out on Spotify, and I think he's working on something else. So it's going to be a great show. He's actually going to perform for us.
I know, I'm so excited. Your audience is absolutely going to love him. Jenna better watch out. We have to push all the women away. No, we love you too.
So Diane, when it comes to music, what kind of music really inspires you, gets you moving back and forth, bebopping around?
Oh, it depends on what I'm doing. If I'm cleaning, I really want a good beat to get that broom going, and I love dancing with the broom. I actually love music theater, and have performed in music theater. So for me, I just really love it. And then anything with a great beat. And actually, Reid's music I love, and it's his music is really great to go on long drives with. Be Cool, I love that song, and Shiloh. So I actually really, really love his music, and I hope the world will discover this incredible singer, as well as his wife's a great singer.
His wife is really good, and they actually have a show on Sunday nights on Facebook, which I've watched, and it's really good. So we're going to
bring. They're so cute together,
aren't they? They've got this connection, this chemistry, which is really important.
Yeah.
You also have a really pretty voice.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. So do you find yourself singing quite often?
Oh, as my mama said, I came out singing. Some babies cry, I went, ah!
Oh, I love that note. You know, I find myself singing almost all the time, and I'm here with my mom, and I've said to her a few times, like, does it bother you that I'm always singing? And she said, no, she actually likes it. So do you think that when people are singing all the time that they are happier, or do you think it's just something that we do?
No, I think absolutely you're happier, because singing is part of your soul. And even if you think you can't carry a note, you can, because everyone can sing. It's just elongated sounds that are taking place, and you just reach the inner part of you, and you express it. That's why everybody loves music. There is a saying that says, through music, mankind has found understanding, and I think that's the power of music. And going back to our wonderful guest that we're having, Reid, he really, I believe, does that with he's very powerful with the words he writes and the music he writes, and It touches your soul.
Yeah, it's almost like he reaches into your heart.
Yeah, exactly.
So how about this? Let's go to a commercial break and let's bring him out here, right? We don't need him backstage.
What are we waiting for?
Yes, read.
Read.
All right, stay with us here on Rapping with Dr. Jacalyn, the variety show with my co-host Diane Floyd-Boehm and our special guest, Reid Umstattd. We will be right back.
Hey everybody, my name is Ralph Graves Jr. I'm the host of the Ralph Graves Jr. Show, and I want to invite you to pick up my book, Unstoppable. I wrote a book called Unstoppable. It's 7 universal laws that will transform how you pursue and achieve success. The one thing that my 20 years of law enforcement has taught me is that no matter who you are, we are all governed by universal laws, like gravity. But in this book, we're going to talk about laws like the law of forgiveness, laws like the law of control, the law of intelligent practice, the law of expectancy. I was able to see how those, no matter what their background was, those who identified and treated these laws with respect, they were able to go on and lead successful lives. So pick up this book, and you can go ahead and pick it up at Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, RalphGravesJr.com, where anywhere where fine books are sold. Thank you.
There are 7.7 billion people on Earth today. 40% of these people are under the age of 25. Young adults are the most fertile mission field in the world today. In Scripture, we see Jesus pouring his life into 12 young adults who he equipped to change the world and all of history. Like Jesus, we believe that the best approach to reach the world with the gospel is to invest in young, emerging leaders and equip them to build disciple-making movements. Concentric is the notion of surrounding and sharing a common center. Our center is the model and strategy of Jesus for both leadership development and ministry formation. As a global alliance, we provide equipping in biblical leadership based on Jesus' example in the New Testament. Jesus modeled for us how to make disciples that reproduce. Focusing on leadership development is key to creating movements that spread the gospel and Jesus' disciple-making strategy to young leaders around the globe. Our Ministry Alliance partners are actively equipping leaders and building movements of multiplication that reproduce the life of Christ. Join us today to equip young leaders with Jesus' strategy that will change cities and nations.
The session that we had with BCAT was really entertaining and enlightening. We were able to put together some very specific steps that we as individuals can take, and it was really fun to all come together and see sort of where we're going as a team and how we can all get there together.
We had a tremendous experience with the BCAT partners. One of the challenges that we have as an organization is to make sure that we have the right people in the right chairs doing the right thing. To do that well, you have to have synergy. You can try to dream up ways to make sure that your group does that, or you can rely on experts. We would recommend BCAT partners to anybody who's looking to take their organization to the next level.
Academy Sedan and Limo is a full-service transportation company serving the Philadelphia metropolitan area with full knowledge of the New York City, Baltimore, and Washington, D.C. areas. We pride ourselves on being the most dependable, conscientious company in the industry. Our always on-time service and dependable pricing make us the company to call for any event or occasion. Our vehicles can accommodate any size party for any occasion. Our vehicles range from four-door sedans to SUVs to minivans to limo buses to full-size tour buses and can accommodate groups of 2 to 100. We offer airport shuttle service or over-the-road service without limitation regarding mileage or time, and no drive is too long or too far. So if you find yourself in need of transportation of any type with any vehicle, give us a call at 610-842-4564 and let us show you what a real transportation company can do for you.
Use code ACADEMY2020 to receive 20% off your first 3 rides, including parking and tolls.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
You're listening to Business Talk Radio, where we take business to the next level.
darkest friend. If I want you next to Ken, I wouldn't believe you. If I hadn't seen it, I wouldn't know it's true. If I want you next to Ken, I wouldn't believe you. Won't you still be around when the lights go down? When the lights go down. When the lights go down. When the lights go down. We've go back to the soul you see, 'cause the blessings turn to rust. Here alone in the twilight zone, while my memories turn to dust. Yeah, coming up to greet you, shake hands with the devil once again. Oh, I'm finally there to meet you, my oldest, darkest friend. If I want you next to Ken, I wouldn't believe you. If I hadn't seen it, I wouldn't know it's true. If I want you next to Ken, I wouldn't believe you. Won't you still be around when the lights go down? When the lights go down.
Hey. Outstanding! Oh my gosh, here he is, the man, the myth, the legend, Reid. It's such a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you for having me. Pleasure to be here.
You are so talented.
Thank you. Thank you. That was fun.
So I have to ask, when did you realize what a gift you have?
Oh man. It's a kind of a, let's see here. That's a good question. I should have probably prepared a better answer for it. I was in church choir when I was in like second in elementary school. I can't remember what grades. And I wasn't a big fan. And so I kind of dropped out of that, but I could tell that the choir leader kind of had her eye on me, and I just didn't really like the attention. I think at that point was the main thing. I just wasn't ready to step out and blossom. And then in high school, I think was when I would just sing in the car and just kind of sing to country music or some oldies. I kind of grew up listening to country and oldies both, Motown primarily. And so I'd sing along to stuff like that. And then my friend Matt, who was from Dallas, who I'd gone to camp with, he heard me singing at camp, just like around a campfire. And he had been writing songs and was looking for someone to sing them. And so he was kind of the first person that fostered my love for singing. And we ended up making a career out of it for almost 20 years together. 15.
Oh, wow.
That's truly amazing.
Yeah.
That's when you're doing what you're passionate about, like as you are, it comes through. It really does.
Thank you. Yeah.
So when do you find your most inspirational time? In the middle of the night for writing and playing, and wake up in the middle of the night? And
I'm still trying to figure that out. I love that question because I'm still trying to figure that out. I've been reading books about like Jeff Tweedy, who's the kind of the main songwriter for Wilco. He just put a book out and he kind of walks through his songwriting process. And I'm still fairly new to songwriting. I've been singing for, I mean, if we just count the time that I started the band with Matt, I've been singing for almost 20 years, but I really didn't start writing songs until about 2 years ago. So I'm still trying to figure my process out. The common denominator is work every day, especially when you're starting. You just need to find time every day for, if it's hopefully it's more than 5 minutes, but if it's only 5 minutes, then at least you have that time to be creative and continue the sort of snowball effect of songwriting. It's something that you can't just start doing. I've figured out you have to sort. It's just like getting in great shape for a marathon or singing or anything like that. You know, you have to do it for a while before you get better at it.
That's true.
Diane, I know you shared as an author that you don't just sit down and write a book and have it be finished in a day, right? So I'm wondering, Reid, when you're writing music, how long does that take you? I'm sure it's different with each piece.
Yeah, it is, and that's something that's fun too. I have found that the songs that I like the most of mine are songs that most of the time I wrote pretty fast. But that doesn't really translate to the songs that I've found that other people so far have connected with the most. Shiloh Road was one that Diane mentioned, and that one took me. I wrote like the melody and the music pretty quickly, but it took me a long time to get those lyrics right. And then sometimes everything just kind of comes at the same time. But yeah, I mean, I think just like anybody who's written a handful of songs, I think they have stories about every which way that you can possibly write. Sometimes they come really fast, and sometimes it takes hours and days and weeks to finish one.
Yes. I can relate to that completely.
It's a slog.
It is. I really think when the one that comes really fast, that the angels are just saying, you got to write this right now.
Exactly. Yeah. Sometimes it really feels like, you just kind of have to get out of your own way. Your brain, you have to kind of get out of your brain's way and let things just happen. I think that's when the best stuff happens.
When you write your music, who are you writing for? Is it for you, for your wife, for your audience?
That's a great question too. I think at the beginning I was writing more for other people. I was so concerned about wanting to get heard, I guess, and for people to enjoy it. So I was trying to kind of write things that maybe were accessible, and then looking back, they might be accessible to the point of being a little bit boring, or I don't know. You just kind of I've found that it feels better for me if I'm singing something. Shiloh Road's another good example of a song that is very personal, and so I gravitate towards those when I want to. If I'm going to play a song of mine, I usually end up playing one that I've written more for me than for other people.
So it's your personal journey.
Yeah, it is. Everybody's on their own journey. The songwriting thing is, like I said, fairly new, and it's a trip. It's really, really fun to sit down every day and have no idea what you're going to do. And then maybe 30 minutes or 2 hours later, you've got something that didn't exist in the world before.
That's powerful. But also, I loved how you said you write for you, because I think then it's just really very soulful. And because you are writing for you, it's personal, and we can relate to it because we find ourselves in some of your songs. At least I know I do.
Thank you.
That's why some of them are so good when we're driving. I can sing along with it.
Good. Well, yeah, I think that those are my favorite songs to listen to, or songs that seem personal. This seems like they were written very much as sort of almost like a therapy session for the songwriter, so just something that they had to get out. But then the trick is that we all connect to it just as personally as the writer was connecting to it when they wrote it. So
correct.
That's the sweet spot. I think that's something that I'm still working on, for sure.
Well, you know, that's a good title name, The Sweet Spot.
Yes, it is.
It's like a bar name or candy shop name too.
Oh, okay.
Reid, I'm dying to know about your experience, what it was really like to be on The Voice. But I think more importantly, what did you take away from that experience?
It was really important. So I had been out of music for 3 years when I tried out for The Voice. So I quit the band that I had been in for those 15 or so years that I mentioned. And that was in 2013. And then I didn't try out for The Voice until 2016. So yeah, there were 3 years in there where I thought that I had kind of moved past music, and that it had been a fun sort of adventure through my 20s, and I was ready to move on and become a grown up or something. But after 3 years of that, I was like, this is not all it's cracked up to be, this grown up stuff. So I kind of got lucky with a connection that got me through the quote unquote cattle call, where everybody goes to a convention center and tries out, like you've seen on American Idol or something. They don't show that part on The Voice, but that's part of the process. But I didn't have to do that because I had a connection here in Austin from a really good personal family friend who got me through to a private audition. And then the whole process was great. It was just a sort of rebuilding my beliefs system in myself. You go through so much doing a show like that you have to, it's kind of make or break at certain moments, and you either run away or you have to just plant your feet and decide that you are strong enough for this moment. And so you just learn a lot about yourself in high pressure situations like that. And when it was over, the other thing that it did for me was kind of kick me into the next stage, which was trying to figure out how I was going to try to make a career out of music, which I'm still working on. I've gotten lucky, and I've been able to make a living doing it, but it's kind of like an everyday up and down situation, especially during COVID.
Were there certain aspects of your talent, your skill, your performance that the judges saw something in you that you didn't see, or maybe they helped pull something out of you that you didn't know was there?
That's a good question. I think the main thing, something that I've always tried to do, but I've never really been encouraged in the way that the judges encouraged me, was to connect with people through my voice. Just try to go beyond technical ability of whatever you can do within the course of a single line, how many notes you can hit, or how high you can go or low you can go. I have, over the course of singing a lot, have valued most trying to discover a way within that same line, instead of impressing people with technical ability, trying to connect with them. And that was something that Adam pointed out. Every time that I got up to do a new round of it, I was sure that I was going home. So every time that they said my name instead of the person who I was competing against, there was a theme there, which was that he really felt like I had something that was connecting with people, as opposed to just being able to do a whole bunch of runs or something.
To people who were watching, it seems like, one of the greatest experiences in life if you're a performer. And I'm just wondering, is that actually accurate, or is it just another part of the process on the journey?
It is so high pressure that it's kind of hard to have to relax enough to have a good time. But it is looking like after every one of those performances, you're on this an adrenaline high like you really have never been on before. So it's a blast. I tell people it was 99% positive and 1% negative. I mean, everybody has their own experience with that show too, and I've heard vastly different sort of experiences and opinions about that show from people who've been on it besides me. But I have nothing but good things to say about it. I learned a lot, and the performing. I mean, you're on such a high level, just technically. Like, everything about the production value is top notch. So in that sense, it's a blast. You're just being treated really well, and everything sounds great, and you look good, and you're being dressed, and your hair is being cut. That's awesome. It's that 2 minutes when you're on camera that's like,
I want you to know you had a Dubai fan club, because we would all get together ready to watch you. And
in Dubai?
Yeah, because I lived in Dubai. Yeah, so we were there,
So
all
cool.
there for you, and so my friends still love you.
Cool. That's great news.
Yeah,
That's Diane, always making connections for people. She's tremendous. I also want to give out the phone number if people want to call in and ask Reid a question. The number is area code 631-438-1109. And we are live streaming on Facebook, Twitch, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And we'd love to hear from you there also.
That's great. Reid, I have a question for you.
Please.
You mentioned it is really tough times right now. Is it possible to hire you to Zoom in and perform for a party or something? How are people handling things like that?
Yeah, I've been hired for a couple of those types of situations, like Zoom parties, or I used to pre-COVID. One of my main sources of income was playing conferences. If like I can't think of anything off the top of my head. There was like a real estate brokerage conference, and they came from all over the country, and they stayed at the hotel here in Austin, and I would go and set up and just kind of play as part of the background music while they had cocktails. So that was something I did almost every week, and it was a great way to make money. And it was really nice. It's always nice when it's nice when people are listening, but it's also really nice when people are not. It's a great way to practice. And so I started playing guitar at the same time I started songwriting. And so I'm still trying to learn guitar. So especially that first year, being out in public and playing, but having nobody really listening, just kind of passively listening, was really nice because I got a lot of practice. But yeah, now I've gotten hired for a couple of those kinds of things that we used to, in the past, they would have been at a hotel, and now they're on Zoom. And I pop in and play a couple songs.
And of course, StreamYard, because StreamYard's very good, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, StreamYard too. Yeah. I think Zoom has become like Q-Tip. Everybody just says it, even if they're talking about another platform. But yeah, StreamYard's been great. This is my first experience with it. It's awesome.
That's what you do. It's like when somebody says, "I'll have a Coke," and then they give you a Coke, and you're like, I actually meant a Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Over the course of the pandemic, I think Zoom has turned into Coke.
Household word. Reid, I see a number of guitars in the background, and I'm wondering, when did you start playing, and do you play any other instruments?
I started playing. I got this guitar, this Martin, when I was 16 for my birthday, and it sat in the case until I was 34.
At least you're honest.
I probably played it, a handful of times. In the band that I was in, we already had 2 guitar players. There wasn't room for another guitarist, and I was lazy, and I was content to sing, and so I really didn't start playing until I decided to try to start writing songs. So that's been about 2 years too, a little more than 2 years. But yeah, I've had this guitar forever. That's the 16th birthday one, and then this one is newer. This one I got this year. This is my first.
Nice. It's nice, beautiful.
It's a big upgrade, yeah. And then I just started learning how to play this.
Oh.
And I'm not good yet. I know a couple chords. That's the next project, is trying to learn the mandolin a little bit better. I love the way the mandolin sounds. But no, other than that, I don't play any. I don't play like piano or anything. I would love to learn how to play the piano, but I'm trying to not conquer, but at least become proficient at the guitar before I move on to a different instrument.
It sounds like something that in coaching, and also when I had my corporate career, that you hear often, be an expert in something, right? So stay in your lane and master that before you go on to something else. Is that what you're thinking?
Absolutely, yeah. I feel like I would rather be great at one thing as opposed to half decent at several. Although with musical instruments, the barrier of entry to some of them is pretty low, and so it would be nice to have just theoretical knowledge of the piano, just so that I could sit down and I don't know, write in a different way on the piano. But I don't know. I get back to me on that.
Okay. We are going to take a short break, but before we do, I just want to ask one question because then we're going to be just mesmerized by your performance, and we won't have many more questions to ask. But how have you been changed at all by fame?
Oh, I have never considered that because I don't consider myself famous. But I don't think I think if I've had any fame, it was with my old band Nello, and then the voice thing was fun. The voice was more fun if we're talking about attention, just because it wasn't really. I don't know how to articulate it. It was fun. We would be at a restaurant here in Austin, and somebody would come up to me and ask me if I was on The Voice, and then I would say yes, and they'd be happy, and then they would leave. With Nello, with my old band, I guess the times being in an independent rock band is just tough. You're always sort of second guessing yourself. So every time somebody would come up to me, I'm trying to work on myself in this way, but I would always just think like, well, why did they like me? And I think as I've gotten a little older, I've realized that there's good reason to like most of me.
You're very modest.
You are definitely modest for sure.
Yeah, I'd like to get. I'd like to be. I don't know. Fame is such a weird word. I don't consider myself that at all. But thank you for thinking.
Well, you're famous to me, that's for sure.
That's great. Yeah.
Ditto.
I'm famous to my mom. I'm famous to Jenna's parents for sure. So I'm working on it.
There you go.
Well, we are thrilled that you're here and so excited that you're going to perform for us. We're going to take a quick commercial break and give you a little time to get ready. And then we're on to you. It's all Reid for half an hour.
All right. On in a minute.
All right, we'll be right back here on Rapping with Dr. Jacalyn, the variety show, live on Business Talk Radio and social media with my friend and co-host Diane Floyd Dame and our special guest star who is famous, Reid Umstattd. We'll be right back.
All right.
Looking for children's books to embrace the imagination, to inspire your kids to be the best they can be and to love themselves? Look no further. Children's author DianeFloydBame.com. You'll find the books right there and on Amazon and local stores.
You're listening to Business Talk Radio, where we take business to the next level.
Today's show is sponsored by Dr. Jacalyn. Take charge of your life personally, financially, and professionally. Visit drjacalyn.com to book an appointment today.
Welcome back to Rapping with Dr. Jacalyn, live on Business Talk Radio and social media. This is the variety show, and we have the perfect guest for this program. Welcome back, Reid. Welcome back, Diane. It's good to see you both.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right, we're going to turn the spotlight over to Reid, so go ahead and take our breath away.
All right, cool. Yeah, you guys, y'all know, I mean, if you want to ask questions in between these songs, I'm happy to answer them. But yeah, this is a song called Heart for Hire. It's on the album I'm going to have out in the spring, I think, hopefully. So. This ain't no empty praying for the morning after. This ain't no late night love here to take the blame. Yeah, this is a hard-won plea for love until the ever after. This is a light racing down the road, running
up the lane. Ooh, heart for hire, we can lean on. Ooh, heart for hire, be here to bleed on. Gliding through the ashes of my fallen leaders, picking up my letters and my punch-drunk pride. Yeah, I got a head full of steam and the heart of a true believer. I'm not saying it's cool now, honey, but I'm glad you lied. Ooh, heart for hire, be here to lean on. Ooh, heart for hire, be here to bleed on. Ooh, yeah, I'm hard on wire, fly you feet on. Ooh, stay with you, baby, now until you know my name. Took a while to find, but I got something to say. Rattle the bones in your mouth just like I slapped in your face. Ooh, heart for hire, be here to lean on. Ooh, heart for hire, be here to bleed on. Yeah, I'm hard on wire, fire you feed on. Ooh, stay with you, baby, now until you know my name. Yeah, baby, till you know my name.
Outstanding.
Thank you very much. I'm going to have to take these off while I play. They keep sliding off my head.
I saw you laughing.
All right. Let's do another one. You want to?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. This one's called Arms of the Moonlight. It's another one that's new. I promise I'll play Shiloh Road for you, though, Diane. That one's on the list. You know what? I need to tune this thing real quick. Where'd it go? This one I had some help with by a friend of mine named Joe Derniak, who is a great musician here in Austin and a great engineer too. He helped me place things in the right spots. I had the song, but I needed to know where everything was going to go. And he told me. All right, Heart for Hire. No, Arms of the Moonlight. But some blue night, taste my dreams to the cold of the morning. Heaven and hell woke collide into a brand new land. You come alive, fly down low like an angel who's falling. Grab hold of me, take my heart and the palm of your hand.
never wanted to be like. You stay out here in the shadows in the warm of the night. Star bright shine, midnight blue. Here and I am this moment where you come what may. We just find we're in the arms of the moonlight. Out of my head, float around on a new breeze blowing. Planets align, paint your name in the midst of the sky. The command of you chase the rain from you like a storm guiding, pulling me close, kiss me cool like the tip of the night. Never wanted to be over, just wanna keep you satisfied. You stay locked under the spell inside your lavender eyes. Yeah, yeah. Star bright shine, midnight blue. Here now in this moment where you come what may. We just find you in the arms of the moonlight tonight. Yeah, yeah, tonight. Yeah, yeah, tonight. Yeah. Never wanted to be over. Grab the moment, hold it tight. We got nowhere to be going now. We're young and alive. Yeah. Star bright shine, midnight blue. Here now in this moment where you come what may. We just find here in the arms of the moonlight. No stars shine, I'm brand new. Fire and ice, and it's a moment where you a billion years in every side. Here in the arms of the moonlight tonight. In the haze of the moonlight, and the trunk of the moonlight tonight. In the dust of the moonlight, you're in the arms of the moonlight. All right.
Way to go.
Thanks, y'all. Let's do, ooh, I like this one. This is a newer one. It's called All Your Dreams Are Coming True.
They are right now.
Yeah, right. So, this one is kind of, you know, truthfully, my wife, Jenna, and I were watching a lot of Wonder Years.
Oh, I love that show.
And it kind of got me nostalgic for middle school. And so I started thinking about that. And Diane, I think you asked, I know, maybe Jacalyn, you asked how quickly some of them come or whatever. This one
yes.
Came out really quickly. So you guys can be the judge of That last one took me about 6 months, and this one took me about 6 minutes. So tell me which one you like more.
Okay.
Young boy, what does it mean? Cold house, new blue jeans. Do you have the heart? Do you have the heart? Oh no, is that all true? What she said that he did to you. Do you have the heart? Do you have the heart? You gotta read the script the whole way through. You'll never know the story till you do. It's inevitable, baby. All your dreams are coming true. Far from those dusty halls to movie screens and shopping malls. Do you have the heart? Do you have the heart? Old folks, yeah, they got it made with the new cars and vacation days. Do you have the heart? Will you fall apart? You gotta read the script the whole way through. You'll never know the story till you do. It's inevitable, baby. All your dreams are coming true. Gotta read the script the whole way through. You'll never know the story till you do. It's inevitable, baby. Yeah, you gotta read the script the whole way through. You'll never know the story till you do. It's inevitable, baby. All your dreams are coming true. It's inevitable, baby. All your dreams are coming true. It's inevitable, baby. All your dreams are coming true.
Wow. That was excellent. By the way, love the words and I love the whistling.
Oh yeah, my mom likes the whistling.
That's cool.
I love that song as well.
All
my
right.
gosh, you brought me to tears back here thinking of different things in my life. And I was like, yeah, if someone would have told me just to read the script, I maybe not have cried so much in junior high or high school or college.
Take a breath, little guy. You got this. It's gonna be all right.
Yeah, I love it.
Thank you very much. I feel very attached to that one. Some of these are sort of I don't know. They all come out and mean different things, but that one means a lot. This next one's called Acrobat. Ooh, I get to play harmonica on this one.
Oh, I love the harmonica too.
Let me get back in tune real quick. My guitar tech took the day off. Normally, there's a guy here that'll tune my guitars for me, but
See, so you do play other instruments. You were holding out on us.
Oh, that's right. I can play this one. Oh, I can hear you guys if I turn my headphones up. Okay, cool. Now I can hear y'all.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Excellent.
Now we got the best of both worlds. Yeah, I forgot about the harmonica, but the secret to the harmonica is that anybody can play the harmonica because they're in keys. So this song is in G, and this harmonica is in G. So no matter what note I blow on this thing, I sound like a genius. We'll see. But I can't miss a note, so. All right. This is another one that I really enjoy. I like them all, but this one's fun.
She was an acrobat, swinging around the barrel station. And now she's all done with that. A new leader now of a made-up nation. You don't remember how you got your name. You don't remember the past. You don't remember how you came to me. Do you, Violet? She was a dancer too. She never found work. She took donations. She had to make a buck or two. Caught a bus out of town amidst the conflagration. You'll never tell me how the fire came. You live alone with your past. You keep your secrets while you smile at me. Won't you, Violet? She's got a brand new game. She's handing out hearts like they were cheap carnations, and she's ready for her next flame, collecting her souls in a secure location. You won't remember how the fever came. You'll both just lay there and laugh until you wake up with your heart in flames. Ain't that right, Violet? You won't remember how the fever came. You'll both just lay there and laugh until you wake up with your heart in flames. Ain't that right, Violet? Ain't that right, Violet? Ain't that right, Violet?
Thank you.
Wow, that's got to be challenging to play both of those at the same time.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, that time was especially challenging for some reason. But yeah, it's weird. It's kind of like singing and playing at the same time. But I'm not as good at that as I am at singing and playing at the same time. But it's a fun little color.
I love it because the harmonica, it just has such a wholesome sound to it.
Yeah.
And so, you just all of a sudden just become so melancholy and just sink into your song and the words.
Yeah, it's very rootsy and earthy, and it adds sort of like a forlorn quality to music. I like it a lot.
I like how you put that in. It's you just get straight down to the gut of it all. I love it. You're a great storyteller through music.
Thank you.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a great compliment. I love storytellers in music. I think that's an art form inside of songwriting, is being able to kind of weave a tale. So I appreciate that very much.
That's kind of cool. We have two experts in storytelling, Reid and Diane. How about that?
Right on.
I'm just not talented like you.
Yes.
So it looks like I've got time for one more.
Yes, you do. Yes.
Cool. All right. Well, this one goes out to Diane.
Woo!
Shiloh Road. This one is about my mom. It's about really about her the hometown she grew up in that we used to go visit every summer. It was called Corinth, Mississippi. It still is called Corinth, Mississippi. But I haven't been there in forever. And then I went a couple of summers ago on a road trip, and all these sort of memories started flooding back. And this is kind of what I had to say about all that.
Riding along with the ghosts of my youth, unending summers and 4 yellow moons, smelling magnolias and beat of my heart, searching for magic that lights up the dark. Sweet southern rain rush down to greet me, drown out this pain. I need to go home. Sweet southern soul, I love you completely. Carry me back along shallow road. Slipping along down that mossy old path, feel your embrace and I'm hearing you laugh. Small hand in yours and we're dancing around. And lightning bugs flash through the fields of our town. Sweet southern rain rush down to greet me, drown out this pain. I need to go home. Sweet southern soul, I love you completely. Carry me back along shallow road. Yeah, I laugh with you and I cry with you. I love with you. I wanna die with you. Yeah, I feel the call of home. It's like wind through the trees along old shallow road. We all move out with thunder and rain. Leaving behind such a beautiful pain. Time's just a fugitive trying to break free. But the Delta's still singing its old song to me. Sweet southern rain rush down to greet me, from this pain. I need to go home. Sweet southern soul, I love you completely. Carry me back along old shallow road. Taught me to live with the stories you told. Color my heart with your crimson and gold. Lord, rest my spirit on old shallow road.
Thank you. I just love that song.
Thank you, guys.
Standing ovation here. Yay!
Thank you all. Thank you all so much for having me.
Wow, what a true gift. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. I'm glad I could be here. Thank y'all for inviting me.
I have to have you come back. Please say you will.
Anytime. Yeah. I for some reason wrote a set list that ended up probably was going to last for about 3 hours. So I have. I thought I had it planned perfectly, and I had to cut out like half the songs I was going to sing. So, yeah, have me back. I'd love to talk some more and play some more songs. Yeah.
All right, we will do that. Now, where can people buy your music?
iTunes. They can buy it on iTunes. It's on that last song is on Apple Music and Spotify and iTunes. The whole first EP that I put out in 2019, I guess now, that is that's available. And then I'm working on a new record. I've been that's one thing that COVID has given me is ample time to write and record. So I've been able to do that. I've got a record in the can, and we're mixing it right now, and that should be out in the spring sometime. So that'll have 12 songs on it. So at that point, I'll have 18 songs out in the world, which will be fun and nice.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's outstanding.
Thank
Reid,
you.
how about if you take us out of the show with a final song?
Oh, okay. Let me see it. Let's see what I got going on here. Yeah, all right. I'll do a sad one. That'll leave everybody else.
Okay.
No, and we love you, by the way.
Thank
You were
so
phenomenal.
much.
So we'll just say goodbye to everybody now. Thank you so much for being on Rapping with Dr. Jacalyn live on Business Talk Radio and social media. Thank you to my friend and co-host Diane Floyd-Behm. And thank you so much, Reid Umstattd, for sharing your gifts, talent, and beauty with us.
Thank you, Jacalyn. Thank you, Diane. Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
All right. You know what? I'm going to play a fun one. I'm not going to sit out on a sour note.
Falls gently in the other room. You think over and over the smell of the ocean and her perfume. You know that summer's over. The air's grown colder without her there. Got no use for mid-October. You like the summer and the August moon. She liked you better sober. Now she's staying warm in the arms of another. Just another summer heartache. Just another summer heartache.
Woo!
Thanks, guys. I can keep going. My screen. You don't know.
Thank you so much, Reid. That was outstanding. And the best way for people to get in touch with you if they just want to reach out is to go to your website.
Sure. Yeah. You can email me through the website. Absolutely.
Excellent. And Diane, how about the best way to get in touch with you?
My website, DianeFloydBehm.com. Woohoo! Thank
All right.
you, Reid.
Thank you, Reid. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Have a beautiful weekend, and we will see you both back here sometime soon.
Yeah, I'd love to be back. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.